Okay, good evening everyone, and it's finally D&D time after way too long. And today we have a new guest. Okay, the audio kind of died. I'm happy for your enthusiasm, Nord, which by the way is the one new guy that was never here before. Hi, Nord Ronak.
It's Renak. Hi.
Renak? Okay, good. Is it actually enlighten me? Is it actually a word? Tell me about your username.
My username? It's named after like an old D&D character.
Oh.
Like old D&D character. Haven't used him at all in like D&D. I got the name Nord from like one of the northern languages, Norwegian. Like one of the Scandinavian languages.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure. As for Renak, well, you know what they say about like names being backwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, having a name backwards of a word or like a backwards name to a card. It's more effective than I thought.
Yes,
People don't like put two and two together unless you spell it out for them. Like literally.
It does work. Okay, so I don't want to carb your enthusiasm. I actually want you to keep that, but I'm gonna introduce the others. Everyone that is familiar with my stream at this point knows Sam or Scorn. Hi, Sam. I hope he's hearing.
I am the Sam Scorn.
Hi, Sam.
I think that's Scorn. Yeah, go on.
What's up?
Okay, try to keep in mind that right now I am hearing Scorn loud and clear, and I have occasional. I'm sorry, I'm hearing Nord loud and clear, and I'm having occasional troubles hearing Scorn instead. So.
You having problems with hearing me?
Oh yeah, we're all having like connection issues here.
Let me see what I can do.
Like, I'm literally the last person that can talk about this, but right now Nord is quite loud.
Is that any better?
Which I'm happy about, but I have trouble hearing Scorn.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that is way better.
Okay, cool.
Headphones. Okay, so, and then back from the other campaign, we didn't conclude because a player literally disappeared from the internet. We have Will and T. Hi guys, so nice to have you back.
Good to be back.
Yep, thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Okay, so this campaign, for everyone that's watching right now, this campaign is different from the previous one. It's theoretically going to be shorter, it's lower level, although this one can potentially act as a prologue for future stuff. And but the main difference is that we're playing in an official setting right now, specifically my favorite official setting, which is the amazing world of Eberron. The word that need I remind you, that I should remind to everyone, is not D&D but steampunk. Like, this is the first thing. We have magical technology. We have lots of magitech. It's sort of a modern setting in a lot of ways. It's not freaking steampunk. There's nothing wrong with steampunk, but this is not steampunk.
Think if you see the Arcane show on Netflix or played like say Final Fantasy 9 or 6.
Yes. It's Magipunk, technically.
Magitech,
yes.
Yeah.
Like the example I always make is if you break a machine in Eberron, you're not gonna find as many like circuitry or engines or steam or gears. You're gonna find glyphs. You're gonna find dragon shards. You're gonna find
you're gonna find crystals,
ley lines, crystals, like all of that stuff. Maybe even some like if it's using sympathetic magic stuff, like little miniature voodoo dioramas and stuff like that. Like that is the image.
Noir.
Excuse me?
All wrapped up in beautiful noir as well.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Pulp noir, man.
And pulp and noir. Okay, speaking of which, during this time I'm gonna be talking a little bit more, but going on, I wanna give more and more space to you guys. Do you want me to introduce the characters, or you guys wanna do it?
If people are okay with it, we can introduce characters if people want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine either way.
Okay, then I think, tell me if you're all right with it. I'll give the order. You guys will introduce your character, and then I will, or maybe should I give the premise first?
Premise.
Premise first.
I recommend
Okay.
premise.
Let's start with the premise. Okay. The title of this adventure is, as you can see on the stream, is At the Door of the Painter's House. However, the adventure is part of a potentially larger context, which is Operation Legend Lore. Operation Legend Lore is is a research operation by the research institute known as the 12 that joins the 12 great dragon marked houses of Eberron, which are sort of a cross between trade guilds, noble houses, and multinationals. And the 12 is this joint research institute that has right now started a project to send small teams around remote regions of the continent of Curvair in order to find out whether certain lost legends and ancient tales have a basis of truth that can have scientific and, most importantly, commercial applications. The example that I like to make in this case is, imagine if this ancient poem was talking about a golden flower that saved the hero and made them fit for their trials. According to the 12, this can mean potentially two things. Either the golden flower might be, I don't know, a metaphor for enlightenment, or it might be that somewhere on the Endward Mountains there actually is an unknown plant that has powerful thaumaturgical properties. They're just wait to be exploited. So that is the ultimate goal that is the long-term goal that the characters today embark for. But obviously, the adventure is going to immediately take kind of a turn, as these things always do.
It's D&D.
Yes,
what do you expect?
It's D&D. It's exactly that. Okay, as for an introduction, okay, I know Nord from the Baron Discord. I know that Score knows some of the basics. For
Ran a campaign.
Excuse me? Oh, you're on a campaign
sorry.
as well. Yeah.
Sure. I ran one campaign before, and currently am running another campaign, kind of a reboot, one story.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. He's actually probably even more experienced than me in running Eberron specifically. Not probably, definitely. Okay, so I hope that means that on my shoulder is an important task, because I have to make you have fun in my version of the Baron. I have to make you enjoy this. Okay, so the other general premise thing everyone needs to know if they're watching is what I already told, which is Eberron is different from the typical D&D setting in a lot of ways we are going to discover. The main ones are the widespread presence of magical technology. However, magic available on the continent of Corvair is the magic that is largely available, is magic from the ones that wizards would call first to third level. Magic of fourth and fifth level is quite rare, usually expensive and complicated to perform, and magic beyond fifth level is basically legendary. At the very least, talking about specific spells and even more so spellcasters. Like you can frequently see magical devices that perform spell functions of first to third level, but it's kind of rare to seeing an actual wizard to the degree of flexibility that a player character has. And lastly, the other important element, as we've said, pulp, noir, and a lot of nation and culture-based tension, because the whole world has just emerged 4 years ago from a devastating 100-year-long war, known hopefully as the Last War. Hopefully, I highlight.
Or
Which,
naively at worst.
excuse
Sorry.
me?
Or naively, depending on
Naively at worst, yes. Give me a second. What happened? Oh, okay. Shut stuff. Engagement. Sorry. Technically obligated to. Hey, Sparrow Storm redeemed Hydrate Man. Will do.
You must appease the algorithm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So sad I don't have a camera.
A piece.
I'm so sad I don't have a camera, but I did drink on my honor. Okay, so today a very peculiar team has been assembled by the 12 and is going to meet at court in Karnat in order to be briefed on their mission and later depart for their adventure in Kubara, which is the tropical jungle frontier nation where their particular operation is going to take place. So I'm going to be no wait, okay, this is not for personal reason, but it does make sense. I am going to give the first introduction to the character that is sort of responsible in a way for the formation of this particular team, and yes, for this particular endeavor of Operation Legend Lore, which is Sam's character, which is going to introduce us to Tex.
Oh, I immediately spotlighted. Okay.
Yeah, there's reasons that we will get into why I'm starting from you.
Well, I'm Tiatsuhiro Yamagazi, archaeologist and wizard. Or
like
some people just call me Tex for short, mostly because people don't like saying my full name. So,
I literally can't write the full name on the stream.
I know, his name is so long, it's just... Tex is about...
write that in shot. Like, yeah, let's
Tex,
go on.
Tex is fairly short, they're about 5'5", darker skin, they have very tough leathers, basically throughout their whole body, protect their body from any of the elements, basically. The one thing you can never not see them with is the big, stupid, floppy sun hat. That is a very distinguishing mark of theirs, that if you see that hat, you know it's Tex.
Snaky man with big hat. I loved it. I loved it already. I have to, yeah, we'll go later in detail about why exactly. Even with the hat, are some of your feathers visible normally?
No, generally Tex keeps everything under wraps because Gawkers are annoying.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so he's a wizard, archaeologist, and probably I started from him because talking with Sam, we assumed that probably, if not like a big part of the actual green lighting of Operation Legend Lore and the creation of Team 1, which is you guys, is due to Tex pestering the bureaucracy at the Tower of the 12 in order to actually get green light funding, etc. Because he is a very excited snake boy when it comes to ruins and researching legends. And sort of at one point, like the worst version you could say is that maybe at one point they decided that it would be less of a bother to actually fund him and send him to the edge of the world and try to see if there is actually something like, okay, in order to give you an idea of what's happening here, comparison to our world. It's not like, it's kind of like if Google financed 4 people to go find Atlantis. Like,
Alright,
like
cool.
that's the level of things. Excuse me?
Oh, I said, alright, cool.
Yeah, that's the level. That's it. That is a slightly the level of what you're doing is like half a step more concrete than what I just described. Okay, immediately after Tex, since Tex is working at the Tower of the 12, when they manage to have him stay in the office, that is,
Which is
uh,
not easy.
which is not often. But also, the Tower of the 12 has a lot of contacts with people that are actually Dragon Mark heirs, which is members of the aforementioned Dragon Mark houses, which show the associated mark and their power during their adolescence. So we are going to start with, so we're going to go with one of the two marked members of this expedition, which is going to be the local contact of the expedition itself, the one that they contacted in Kubara to act as, yes, local guide, contact, and general local expert, which is Kizna the Thorn, aka Will. Let's go.
Yes, I am Chisna de Thorn
Kizna,
of
sorry.
House Tharask. I am a half orc druid, astrologist, lover of cats, and hugger of many.
Nice.
Very, very friendly. And I'm just here to guide. And, you know, as a prospector, I'm here to help dig up whatever you're looking for. If I'm not digging through the dirt, my vision is normally just looking up to the sky because
I
the
was
stars
about
and many moons
I
interest
was
me.
I was about to make the exact joke. I guess the Chisna is the one prospector in the whole Tarash that spends most time looking upwards. Okay, so that is our druid, our big buff friendly green druid Chisna. And then we have, as presumably given their talents, assistant, survivalist, security, wildlife expert, and general consultant of 12 operations in a different region, the confining, the bordering Talenta Plains. We have Henry de Galanda, aka T. Let's go.
Alrighty. So I'm playing Henri or Henry, either way is fine.
Henry? Okay, no. Correct me on pronunciations. Always.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm playing Henri, a little halfling with the mark of hospitality. She's a bit of a survival expert, like Fabrizio already said. She's very short, as all halflings are, probably only stands about 3 feet tall, whereas most of her leather armor comes in the form of a nice, kind of sturdy-looking armored coat. And she's accompanied by a clawfoot mount.
Oh, yes. Does it have a name? Can we have a description of the little guy?
Oh, I didn't name them yet. I didn't think about a name. Oh no.
Okay, for
Oh
like
no,
five
you
minutes.
have
Give
a
me a
mount
second.
and you didn't give it a name.
I was at work when I decided on the clawfoot mount, and I didn't think about it again.
Okay, this is the moment where I mention it. This is the moment where I mention it. We are doing in this version of Eberron. I don't care what the cover of Rising says. We are doing in this version of Eberron with sort of Kit's permission. In a way, I have sources. We are doing accurate dinosaurs or cooler dinosaurs. So we are doing a feathered
the feathered dinosaurs. If you can bring up the screen share so we can make comparisons. I'm looking at the back of the back of the book right here.
Yes. Give me a second. Okay, if you're screen sharing on the call, I kinda can't see right. Oh yes, that one. Yeah, the same. I have it in my hand right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Mine's a different cover. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Think alike.
Yeah, inside of that same book there is a feathered clawfoot, and mention of feathered clawfoot, and there is the article from Kid on the Talenta Plains that sort of green lights feathered dinosaurs because through indirect response, because he says he says if you go with feathered dinosaurs, then yes, Alflings would use their feathers in their clothing, which is probably
Okay.
something Henry does.
Yeah, she has several of her clawfoot's feathers. Notably, the two you can always see are hanging from her
Yes.
ears and earrings. We're gonna call him Velox.
Velox,
Ooh,
nice name.
Velox.
Velox.
Nice. I like it. So we're talking about a big ground eagle with teeth and a single claw, which coloration and style of feathering is up to Henry's description. If whenever they want to get into
I,
details about that.
yeah, I've been imagining him as having kind of like reddish, like a almost like a burnt orange sort of red, with a little bit of green here and there for some of the like smaller tufts.
Oh, green is interesting. Green is interesting. Sounds like it could be some breed from a specific clan. That is quite cool. That is quite cool. So I'm guessing like okay, we will get more on character and backstory of characters. Like I hope organically going along. But just as a question, can you tell us something about Velox's general character and disposition?
Well, I've
Is
been
he
imagining
snappy?
that he's. Oh, what was that?
No, sorry, go on.
Oh, okay. So when I was reading stuff, it says that a lot of the clawfoots that they tend to have were bred to be more like see the halflings more as their pack in a lot of ways. So
Yes.
he probably is pretty friendly as far as a clawfoot can be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot like a large dog, maybe a little overexcited to meet new people, but easy to
Nice.
rein in with the right keywords and tugs of his leash.
Yeah, probably from what I know generally from their stats and implication, I'd say generally the disposition of trained clawfoot is probably something between a huge hunting eagle and a sled dog,
Yeah, that's how I've been imagining him.
which is interesting, especially when they get playful with the big sickle. Okay, last but absolutely not least, we have our security detail, which is the sort of the least involved at the start because we have someone that has been recruited through, correct me if I'm wrong, the contact with the Adventurers Guild of Clifftop in Sharn, which is our metallic and wooden buff friend Stone, aka Nord.
Hello, I'm
Oh
big.
man.
I wear bulky armor. I have like red crystalline eyes. I'm big, standing pretty close to 7 feet tall. I
Okay.
like to punch things. I like to break things. I'm reliable, but I have a bit of temper. So watch out.
Okay, so the eyes are actually red.
Yes.
Okay, good. I like that. Anything else you want to say or add? Otherwise, I'll set up the beginning.
You don't see much in the way of weapons on him. He seems to rely more on his fists.
Oh,
Like he clutch it, like had a bit of a habit of like clutching his hands if impatient.
Okay.
And he's always always seems to be on edge, just tense. Seems to
Okay.
be like he's in a bad mood.
Okay, that is quite interesting and amusing for someone that has an issue having physically incapable of having expression. It's probably
Yeah.
it's probably quite fun to look at him because if he's visibly nervous, someone that
No,
big
he's
and
not
that
nervous. He's
bulky-
just like, yeah, he's just always just get the vibe that he's in a bad, like he seems to be in a bad mood. Just you
Yeah.
could just get that vibe from him.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. Okay, got it. Nice. Okay.
So this big grumpy guy who's about to be essentially surrounded by what it sounds like three pretty genuinely happy and friendly people.
It does sound like that.
I love this premise. I love this one. They're gonna make or break this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am renewing the question that I sort of floated on chat, which is, um, do you want to like immediately start at your destination, or do you want um, to know yourself a bit, establish a bit by role playing a bit of the briefing and preliminary introduction?
Introduction, please.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Is this a general consensus?
I think introduction
Yeah.
sounds fun. We can get to know our characters a little bit better.
Okay, so I don't have to, for now, change the... Yeah, on 5. Okay, I don't have to immediately change the the date on the stream. By the way, sorry T, I did not modify the dates yet. But also I had a kind of a problem of space and formatting with that. Okay, so we are starting on 26 Olarun of the year 998, 998 YK, which is Year of the Kingdom, as in the founding of the Kingdom of Galifard, the united continent-wide nation that was shattered by the last war, but is still sort of like dreamt of, remembered in the calendar, and generally still seen by some people as an ideal. So the day is, I don't know why Chisna was moving around. Okay, so we are on. Oh yeah, sorry. Context. Days in Eberron in the Galifard calendar, not days, months are all 28 days. Okay. Very
Easy enough
regular.
to check.
Very regular and easy. Excuse me?
Easy enough to check.
Yeah, easy enough. Okay, so we are almost on the end of Olarun, which means that we are at the end of the second month of the year and almost at the end of winter, because the beginning of months coincide with they try to line up the months with seasons. Okay.
Got it.
So a perfect equivalence to real world calendar is not exactly gonna work, because Terendor is the beginning of spring, so like one Terendor would be around March 21.
Fair enough.
Oh, one important thing that you guys, that Will and T, I don't know if you knew that. Do you know that this world has 12 moons and rings in the sky?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
imagine you do. I was asking
There
the...
used to be 13 moons too. There used
Oh
to be 13.
yeah. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about Kriya.
Yeah, it's a pattern. It's a pattern in the world of everyone. They're like 13, like 12 plus 1 or 13 minus 1. Fun fact.
They're gonna learn. They're gonna learn about that. I was talking specifically to the quote-unquote newbies. So names, the moons are associated with the... I'm gonna go on, the common knowledge is going to... I'm not gonna drop all of the common knowledge on you guys immediately. But generally 12 months associated with the moons, lined up with season, 28 days. So we start in Korth, in the city of in the nation of Karnet. Korth is the capital, but we are not going to concern ourselves with Karnet today, because we are not starting in we're starting in an international place, which is the Tower of the 12. The Tower of the 12 is a big ass floating tower that is gonna
I'm looking it up. It's right by like to the left of Karnath on a little island. Thronehold, right?
The Tower of the 12 is actually in Court.
Oh.
I guess it can move, but I checked and it's in
Tower of the 12.
Pretty sure about that. I have it. Yeah, Court in Karnan.
Yeah, Court. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mixed up. I mixed up somehow. Thronehold is where the Treaty of Thronehold is signed, if I remember right.
No problem. Yes. Okay. So I'm showing it on screen right now. Two different versions, but anyway, big ass grayish tower floating above a giant
Yeah,
park
that
on a
one.
ring of
It's
lightning.
cool. That is like uber cool.
That is the rising version, and I whoopsie. That is the rising version, and I really love it. And it keeps opening the wrong stuff. Okay, there you go. You're looking at it right now. You were recently, like probably yesterday
That's just
evening.
as cool.
Excuse me?
That's just as cool.
Exactly. Okay, so probably yesterday evening you were all accompanied to the tower. You all got inside the tower, and everyone there except Tex, that was probably already there because he works there. You got to the tower, you slept there because in the relatively early morning you get
Yeah, my
called.
character wakes up at the tower and was like, cool.
Yeah, probably the first time they see that too. Okay, so I'm assuming then the first time you meet is somewhere. The first time you meet for this adventure. Maybe some of you guys already knew each other, but the first time you meet for this adventure is inside the corridors of the tower of the 12, in the waiting room. In the waiting room before the office of a certain Lin Yao, which I'm gonna write him immediately.
Okay.
Which is I'm gonna write that on chat. This guy is called Lin Yao de Vadalis, and he is head archivist of the historical and chronicle section of the archives of the 12. So you have all been summoned to his office pretty early in the morning because you know that you have your airship that is going to depart like soon after. An archivist history. Give me a second. History and chronicles.
Len Yao de Vitalis.
Lin Yao de
Yao.
Vadalis, exactly. Okay, so I'm assuming like you all separately sort of converge and meet in the waiting room. You can describe the order and feel free to roleplay your arrival and interactions. I think, and also this is the moment in which we decide who among you already may have known someone else. We had hypothesized that Chisna and Tex might know each other from a previous dig, but anything else is I'm leaving up to you. Give me just a second. Yes, yeah. Reminder: it's quite early in the morning. Like you should have had breakfast at this time, but you didn't. Let's go.
I don't eat breakfast because I'm a warforged.
Yeah, except you, of course. I always have a warforged in the group who remarks this. Okay, there you go, guys. Who's the first in and what happens?
Henri definitely shows up nice and punctual because it's rude to not.
Okay.
Walks in, make sure to take a few drinks from her her endless coffee cup before she goes in, just so she's got a little more pep in her step, and just takes a seat and waits for the others to arrive.
I love that. How is Velox faring in such a different environment? Like closed corridors, carpets, all that stuff.
Oh, is he allowed to follow me in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For various reasons, it's assumed that you have control of him, and in general, you guys are meant to depart soon. So they basically told you you can go up to the office arm. Like no one is worried that you're going to start shit in here, and the mount. The clawfoot is small enough that it can literally be it literally counts considered the same way as your weaponry would, okay?
Gotcha. then yeah, he's probably a little bit more cramped than I would be walking through these halls. I imagine the carpet feels strange on his oversized claws.
Yeah,
So
probably.
he's probably walking a little funny, a little bit like a dog with socks on a little bit.
Yeah, I'm imagining either that or a cat on a different texture pavement than usual.
Stone
Like,
notices. Yeah, Stone
Oh.
notices the raptor just like walking awkwardly, just like like tilts his head, stares at it, at him a little bewildered, but says
Okay.
nothing.
Okay, so Henri goes into the waiting room. I don't know if you enter at the same time or she finds you there, but anyway, yeah, big dude just is eyeing the raptor curiously and silently. What about Shizna and Tex?
Does Tex have some kind of like small office here that they
Uh,
utilize?
Yes,
Okay.
probably quite near because I said that this is the
Yeah.
Lineao is an archivist of History and Chronicles. So your office is probably small, quite close to here, and unless you slept there, you're probably arriving from the same quarters as, as everyone else.
That currently Tex is just dead asleep in the side of a book after a night of drinking and celebration. This is finally happening.
Okay. Is this
So
happening in your office?
yes,
I love this
Ugh.
game already. Okay.
yeah, they had a long night and they got a little too sloshed.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just dead asleep in a book.
Okay. Love that. What about Shizna?
Uh, Chisna will arrive shortly after the other two. He's still on time, but he definitely
Mm-hmm.
got distracted by probably a cat. He will pet any cat he comes across.
He's going to he's going to meet a
Uh,
big one soon. Like the moment he enters the waiting room, there is the raptor like probably staring at him and sizing him up.
well, he will greet the two humanoids with a smile and a wave and a good morning, and then the raptor he's like, "Oh, tell me he is friendly."
I don't know if he's friendly. The thing is walking awkwardly.
Henri gives Velox a little pat on his side and is like, "Oh yeah, he's very friendly." And then she looks at Velox and goes, "Don't put any part of him in your mouth, please."
I'm
I
Uh,
loving this already.
look.
Oh,
I look at what's the character's name again?
Chisna or Anari.
I look at Andy a little weird. It's like you have a strange pet.
Oh, okay. So I'm that's interesting because you are 15 years old. Okay. I guess you've never fought on the Talentan front.
Probably not.
Okay.
I fought in most places, but not everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a strange
Yeah,
pet.
sure. Makes sense.
And where are your parents? He says rather sarcastically.
Well, I think
Oh.
they're working right now, but he's only weird in these parts.
I see. So I take it you're here. You're part of the team as well.
Yeah, so is Velox here. And you as well?
Stone. My name's Stone.
Stone, nice to meet you. I'm Henri.
And there we're gonna have the most unequally distributed handshake in the history of Corvair, probably.
I accept the
Oh,
handshake, and whether actually I squeezed the hand a little too hard.
Okay. Like
I just
really,
like just like a handshake, just like I was like, yeah.
Nord. I'm really sorry. Can you try just for my headset to speak slightly softer and slower?
Okay. I look at the handshake, and then I grab the handshake, and I grip it tight.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
not
she
very used
attempts
to.
to do the same, but I imagine your hand is too big for her to even like really grab properly. So it's
Yeah.
mostly her tiny hand and your big hand just, oh.
It's a big three-fingered hand.
Yeah,
Made
just
of.
like I had to like kneel down and like grab it.
Yeah, Warforged usually have 3 fingers. Muscle fibers are made of dark wood and plated in metal. And if he has any other like leather gauntlets or anything like that, they're usually integrated in the
Yeah,
armor or worn
yeah,
over the usual tissue.
yeah. If when you look up at him, you notice that his gola, if I pronounce that correctly,
The
it's
Golra,
like
yes.
like two half circles, like just at the edge of the the circle part, just meeting each other, like two knuckles, like this, like imagine against each
Okay.
other.
Okay, just for to put anyone in context, the Golra is the symbol, the unique symbol that each and every Warforged has on their head.
Ah, gotcha.
Like it's a feature it's not made apparently. It's kind of mysterious, part of the general mystery of Warforged. But they are literally born with it, and it's not designed by the creator, and it's unique for everyone.
It's like a fingerprint if you think about it.
Yeah, basically. Like most of the other aspects of a Warforged are custom made from the creator of the respective Warforged. The Gulra is not.
Yeah. I'm still holding on to her hand, by the way. Just like not used to formalities, just like not used to that much friendliness. Just holding on to the hand. Just am I supposed to?
After like an awkward moment, she'll go, "Oh, can I have my hand back?"
I let go.
Is Velox chill with all of that, or does he get nervous when people approach Henri?
He tenses up a little bit, but he's used to people kind of being around, so
okay.
he just
so
maybe takes like an awkward step forward, puts his head down a little bit, but then sees
it's
it's
probably
okay and
this
backs
moment
up.
in which he stops being petted by Chisna and sort of turns around, like curious bird, like, what are you doing to mom?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. After okay, sorry. Stone and Chisna did not introduce. Were not introduced to each other. If they, I mean, I'll let you go on for a bit more if you still wanna roll it out.
So you're both also working for Lin Yao, yes?
It seems so.
Henri nods.
Wonderful. Then we are all friends here. And he'll go up to Audrey and pick her up and hug her.
A little too friendly, don't you think? Do you know each other?
No, we've just met. And then he'll put Henri down and go to Stone with his arms spread. Come here, big guy.
I stare at him.
Henri just adjusts her coat and is
Velox is a very perplexed bird right now.
He is. He's like, this nice guy was just petting me, and now he picked up my mother. Do I bite now?
Yeah, I'm literally picturing him like the way our crows would look when confused, like head to the side, mouth slightly open, one foot up, and like, the what's happening right now?
Honor's just like, it's okay, Velox, down, heel, and he
feathers unpuffed.
Kind of sits and comes over to her side.
I just like stare. I just like keep on staring at Chisna, just just stare blankly. How tall is your character, by the way? Mine's like 6'10", like very close to 7 feet tall.
Nice.
He's about 6'2". He's a half orc, but he's a little more orc than most people would assume.
Okay. Yeah, seeing from the green. Oh, by the way, that's actually a question I've been meaning to ask you. Is the looking at your character portrait, is Chisna actually walking around bare-chested?
No, he doesn't normally walk around bare-chested.
Okay,
That would have been funny.
He just didn't give me clothes to draw, so I didn't draw any.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
expect more than the neck down, so
Okay, no problem. No, asking because we are at the end of winter in Karnat, so it's not exactly warm around here right now.
his clothing is currently appropriate for the end of winter, so like light leathers that are still warm, but not anything.
Yeah, you're
That
probably
can't-
going to have a change in your backpack because back home at Kubara, this is not winter. This is the we are still in the midst of rain season, which is going to be interesting going on. Okay, so while you guys are introducing yourself to each other, there is a knocking from the other side of Lin Yao's office door, and a calm voice that goes, "Is everyone there?"
I answer, yes, I believe so. I say as I look around.
The door opens, and a little. Give me a second. I need to check that. Ah, freak's sake! I had like if something in my chair just snapped, and I'm kind of nervous.
Oh, I know the feeling.
I am so glad and so sad I don't have a camera right now. Give me just a second. I need to check a name. I need to check an animal name. Oh, okay. I was just.
Grab a name generator. Go.
Yeah, it's a small. Do you know what a jerboa is?
Yeah,
Sure, boa. Sure, boa.
Yes,
They're
yes,
kangaroo rats.
yes, yeah, exactly. Desert mouse, long legs, long tail with a little bit of puff at the end, big ears. Okay, one of those comes out the door, followed by okay, I'm gonna say Asian-looking middle-aged guy, like Asian for lack of a better term in universe. And the jerboa comes in, jumping into the room. Then obviously, a couple seconds later, he sees Velox, freezes, and runs back inside of the office.
My character was that confused as like, those are out there, and then this guy's just like running back, just like, what is going on?
lots of animals. The man that is presumably Lin Yao, middle-aged human with kind of a middle-length, very curated beard and mustache, steps forward. Yeah, I figured something like that would happen, but the little guy seems calm, doesn't it? Okay, so I guess you must... Wait a minute. He looks around and then steps forward a little bit more towards Henri. You must be Miss Henri, right?
I am.
Can I request a favor of you?
Of course. What do you need?
I want you to send your friend just to the door of the office beside this one and bang on the door in the most threatening way possible.
I could do that. That's my job.
I mean, either of you will do, but it would be more funny if it's the little guy here. Whatever. Just bring Tex here, please. Otherwise, it's pointless.
I'll go get him, and I'll grab Velox's lead and be like, "Come on, buddy. We've got to do."
By the way, you noticed that Velox seemed generally at ease around the newly arrived guy, which does not surprise you, considering that the name of this guy, aka the Vidalis, means that he's part of House Vidalis, which is the house with the human house with the mark of handling that usually generally has to do with controlling, breeding, and communicating with animals. The weird thing is that a heir of House Vidalis would be head archivist in this kind of place.
You think
That
that it would be more
strikes you
of
as a little bit odd. Excuse me?
Yeah. Would my character be aware of the various ins and outs of each of the houses? In case you mark that that is odd.
Yes. In general, all of you would be, because the houses and their general specialization is known. So, like, I will point it out to you, the players, when it comes up.
Yeah.
But in general, the characters know that Vidalis. It's like, Vidalis is it's literally the house of handling, mage breeding. Raising animals, all that kind of stuff, and it's kind of surprising seeing them in.
My character will mark a Fidelis as a head archivist. You think that it would be someone like someone from House Civis?
Yeah,
and all the little gnome people.
Yeah, you think,
that's
but
not...
Oh, sorry.
It would be. It seems rather odd.
Yeah, you think. My story is actually kind of curious. I got to my positions through passion, study, and a little bit of an unorthodox application of some of my talents. If you want to know, I actually started working here, like my initial job at this tower was pest control. And then I found out that what is a man's trash can be another man's assistant. And after that, since the raptor is now out, you see the jerboa. Actually, the jerboa followed by a bunch of mice coming into the room, bringing a huge binder that Lin Yao bows to pick up. And then he dismisses the mice, and they go back into the office.
Are these all rats?
Well, yes, technically. They are very well groomed and incredibly orderly.
If I only brought some cheese.
Excuse me?
If I have brought some cheese.
Well, if you're bothered by that kind of... Oh, by the way, hi, Dire Hollow. Yes, being kind of aggressive. If you're bothered by that kind of things, I suggest to not look into my office drawers. Anyway, he introduces you to the to Chizna, and then we cut to the office on the side, where what do you do to wake Mr. Lagazi up, Henry? Or what does
I really want to join. It would be really funny.
Henri will go and give the door. Well, she'll set up Velox so that he's staring right into the door, and she gives the door like a real loud knock herself, and then goes around so that she's like not in sight of the door frame. Wait to see what happens.
Is the knock Tex, is the knock enough?
Yeah. So the second, like, how loud are we talking here? Like, full force?
As loud as a halfling can.
Yeah. I really, if this is the hardest knock you can knock, allow me.
Okay, so there is the hard knock, then a pause, and then Stone gets out in the corridor, says his line, and boom.
Bam!
And kind of violates the door. Ouch.
So, with all of that, it'll just be... Just the one loud knock would have been enough. But all of these sudden noises, Tex just shoots up, kind of flies out of their chair, like, oh god, it came in again!
Open up!
And you just hear a ton of books fall off of a shelf behind them.
Okay,
I won't kick the door down!
Excuse me?
Yeah, and I yell, I will kick the door down if you don't respond!
The door's unlocked! Why are you screaming? What's going on? Wait.
Okay, so the moment Tex opens the door, the view that he finds in front of himself is the huge big Warforged, and a presumably very startled clawfoot that just goes. And it just kind of, okay, what's all this sudden movement and shouting and banging?
Because Velox is now startled, Henri's like, "Oh, it's okay, calm down." So
Really slowly from the bird. Scary bird. At this time, Tex does not actually have their jacket on, so you can kind of see those shimmering patches of color and these banded red, black, and yellow feathers on their arms and shoulders.
Okay,
Like,
and- okay, give me a second, Stone. Before, like, while Stone reacts, Henri, can you make me a history check? You can use the roll 20 chat or physical. Excuse me, how much?
it's a 3.
Okay, good. Nothing. Like, okay, exactly like Stone, you are very perplexed by. Sorry, exactly like Stone, you are very perplexed by the appearance of this guy. You've literally never seen anything like him before.
yeah, it's like, what? What is up with your skin? Why do you have feathers? And why do you have, like, scales?
On my door.
Rude.
You're invading my office.
Well, we need you. He asked us to get you, so we have to make the most amount of noise to get you up. And apparently, you looked hurt. So let me just. Did you need anything to help you wake up?
Oh, and he starts grabbing some books into a bag, trying to quickly put on their coat. Like, oh god, I didn't know what time it was. Oh no.
Oh, if you need help packing up, I can help pack up, and then I grab a whole bunch of books because I'm a.
And I start like picking up the ones that also fell, and then as I go to start to leave the door, I look back like, is the murder bird gonna hurt me?
I'm
Is
sorry.
the
The what now?
The murder bird.
Velox?
Yeah.
He's a clawfoot. No, he's perfectly trained.
Okay.
Seems harmless. Well,
And
No,
at
well,
this point,
so I hate to. I'll have to see how it fares in a fight, and I like to start carrying some of the books. Ugh. Are
At
these
this
all the
point-
books?
sorry. At this point, Velox is probably calm in position, but extremely puffed up. Like-
Note that the clawfoot is friendly. He'll just kind of come down to its height a little bit and just, it's nice to meet you. Please don't bite me.
Give him a
I-
pat. He's normally well behaved.
Oh. Okay, seems very sweet. A few minutes later, everyone is reunited in the from the waiting room directly into the office, where Lin Yao offers you a seat each. There is apparently an especially large one that he reserves to Stone. Probably not the first time he has large guests in the office. Then he sits down, looking a little bit sarcastically at Tex. So that's what you meant by "I'll wake up on time." Noted. Okay.
Well, I had to make a lot of noise.
Excuse me?
I had to make a lot of noise to get him up. It did the job.
Yeah, I've heard it.
I thought I was in a cave in again.
Excuse me?
I
Score?
thought I was in a cave in again.
Yeah, fortunately, I mean, the day that actually happens at this tower, we will have bigger problems than you sleeping.
Eh.
Okay.
Before everyone
Anyway.
takes their seat,
Yeah.
Chisna will hug Tex and go, "Again with the lateness, my friend."
I got into some strong stuff last night. I was celebrating this.
Strong stuff. What kind of stuff are you talking about?
I wish I could remember.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you-
strong. Eh?
You're going to have a wonderful journey down there. Okay. So, and now we speaking to everyone but Tex. Do you guys know what exactly are you going to do?
Well, as far
What
as
job have you been engaged for?
my handler from Clifftop was a little vague. To be fair, he was not much in the know. All he told me is that I could pay for uncovering knowledge in Kobar. And I might meet someone over there. Don't know who exactly.
Huh. Huh, that's interesting. If they said that you could meet someone, hmm. Well, your mission is going to take place in a place called Forge Dawn, which is a little mining town that is a recent founding by a bunch of a little Warforged community and some other human exiles and refugees who decided, as many do, to find their fortune in the region of Hope. Anyway, the mayor has kindly agreed to provide some of the logistical support and to buy some of the equipment for us. Given that it would have been kind of hard and annoying to send the equipment over there without massive expenditures, even with the discounts that House Orion is giving us.
If you don't
So-
mind me asking, who's the mayor?
According to my documents, the mayor is a Siren veteran by the name of Shovel.
Shovel? I know
Yep.
Shovel.
Huh. Well, that's fortunate then. It means that this mission probably stars under better
Yeah.
romance that I envisioned.
I think this is the one that my handler mentioned.
Presumably,
least in-
yes.
Yeah, and he kind of like his shoulders relax, and it's like his eyes kind of like figuratively lit up when he hears the name Shovel.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and any
sorry.
tension that you feel from Stone is there's less of tension in the air from him.
Okay, noted.
And he sounds like he sounds a little happy, a little like surprised and a little happy.
Okay. Okay, Lin Yao then goes, looks toward Chizna. So, I've seen your prospecting work has mostly taken place in the New Gallifrey region around, so mostly the mines in the other part of Kubara. The situation in Hope is not dissimilar as far as environment and general locals go, but obviously the presence of what some may call civilization is a little bit more sparse. And yeah, you don't need me to tell you that any kind of institutional support beyond the immediate borders of the town is going to be a little bit harder to get than usual. Give me a second. There's something in chat. How is the sound? Asking Nord. Okay. Yeah. Please let us know how is the sound. Okay, so he's telling you that, and he also, by the way, I should add, however, that there is supposed to be a Civis messaging station in town, so if needed, you can keep in contact.
No,
Good to know. We will, of course, be as careful as we can be, mining. But we will
Okay.
keep the messaging station in mind just in case.
what exactly are we doing at Forge Town?
Allow me to explain. But also during the journey, Tex can elucidate even more on some of this dossier, and he pushes the massive binder towards you guys. Sort
I'll
of like
read.
inviting you to take it. That is a collection of general legends, rumors, urban legends, tall tales, unverified folklore from the area. It's fragmentary documentation, but it's been classified and cataloged as best as we could. And we need you to, on a long term, verify as much of them as possible and report on future applications. More on that is on the documentation in the first folder of the binder. So I take it that. Oh, but this is a mechanics question. The for Will and T for Anri and Shizna. Do you have what like nature and related skill proficiencies do you have? Do you have among you nature, survival, and also does anyone have proficiency with alchemist or alchemist and herbalist tools?
No. I'm all
Okay.
like I'm all like punching things.
Yeah, it was like Linia was never in doubt that you were primarily security detail.
Yep.
As for, I'm asking particularly Chisna and Henri if any of you has any of that.
I have cook's utensils.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't. I think Will, you have the rest covered, right? Yeah.
Chisna is proficient in herbalism. He is proficient in nature and proficient in survival as well. And it is also survival is also what I took for my expertise.
Okay. Tex, do you have alchemist by any chance?
No, I have cartographers, cooks, and thieves.
Do you have arcana?
Yes, I do have arcana.
Okay, so which means that the role of chemist is you and Chisna together. Okay, good. Just Henri, what is your expertise?
I
Right,
have my bonus one is persuasion, and then I have animal handling from being a ranger.
Okay, good. Okay, so we have wildlife, we have chemistry, we have distributed medicine, survival, and security. Okay, you seem to make a very balanced team. Your airship will be departing soon. In the few minutes we have, if you have any question about the nature of your mission or situation that I can answer, I'll be happy to, but I'm afraid that from this point onward, I'm afraid that from this point onward, we are going outside of my general field. The only thing I need to tell you is the itinerary. You are supposed to now go at the tower's docks. You will take, as in like financing for this kind of project, as it is very experimental, is limited as of now, and will only increase if you get results at what the 12 considers an acceptable pace. As for now, there is some equipment that is waiting for you on site, and there is a certain amount of extra funding that we can provide. As for the travel and itinerary, you are supposed to arrive on the 5th day of the next month. The first 2 days will be an airship journey from here to Ter Valestas, which is down in the south in the Elven nation of Valinar, which is kind of a tense place. But Lin Yao reassures you that you have that we have agreements with House Lyrander, the one that manages airship travel. So it should be safe traveling. After that, you will take passage on another Lyrander ship, actually a trading ship that is going towards the Lazar Sea, and we are now looking at the map here. Now, looking at the map, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I will show you with the ruler. So, if you see my cursor on the stream, Ter Valestas is extreme southwest of the map that is shown on screen. Your destination is somewhere around where my cursor is now. Forge Dawn is sort of where the H in Wormwatch is. Sort of there. And your ship is going to the ship that you're going to embark on is going to Otherport, so it will not actually deposit to your destination. It will leave you around here. A smaller vessel will give you a speedy passage for the coast, And then you will have to the last 2 days to get to Forge Dawn will be you guys walking on your own. There are trails, but that part of the jungle is not exactly settled and quote-unquote civilized yet. So the only portion of the journey that might warrant some worry, or at the very least might need you guys to be alert, is the last 2 days.
What sort of things should we expect? Any dangers?
On that, Chisna can answer you later. We'll go to the journey immediately. But in general, you can expect the usual perils that you can expect for the jungles of Kabara, which is potentially hostile environment, wildlife, and flora. But that part and also occasional conflict with the most ancient natives of the area.
Ancient natives?
Ancient natives, aka the ones that a lot of people disparagingly call scales, which is probably a term that is not gonna fly in this kind of group. But anyway, all of the various reptilian humanoids that inhabited the region before the other Galifaran settlers. And in general, the region of Hope is a bit more lawless and volatile than the eastern portion of the so-called New Galifar. So, like, in general, is a chaotic jungle. Like everything, potentially, and Chisna will be more precise about that probably. But potentially, anything that moves, you need to be aware of it, if not wary of.
I see.
But most of the things that would cause issues to the others are less of a problem for Stone, because we're talking stuff like insects and general nuisances or illnesses or tropical illnesses. That is a problem that you can incur.
Yeah, anything that is a danger to us, I punch it down.
Including mosquitoes.
Yes, including mosquitoes. I can squeeze it in my hands.
Okay, does anyone
Oh,
else
these are some big
have,
mosquitoes.
Oh, freak's sake. Okay, something happened to the chat
What'd you say, Tex?
window.
What do
I
you say?
said, careful, those are some big mosquitoes.
Yep.
I could Okay, I could. Yeah, I said text. I said text. Yeah, I could still.
Okay, yeah.
I could still squeeze it in my hands.
Well, they're bigger than your hands.
Okay.
I'll just
if
smash them
there is-
together.
If there's nothing else we need to talk about, then I think your red ship is waiting for you. So I guess I'm gonna bid you good luck and the best of travel. May the host of or whatever you put your fate into be with you on this journey.
Thank you for the chance, sir.
Only hope the becoming god watches over me.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, sure. At this point, he pauses a little and then bows respectfully. Also, while if no one has anything to add or do, we're going to skip ahead, if that's fine for you.
I'm going to ask the others: is there anything, any last minute things we need to do before we leave?
Theoretically, not. Everything should be in order.
All right. I'm asking the other party members, actually.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, then Lin Yao dismisses you out of the office. A couple of the other mice timidly lean out and look at you go, and then he closes the office door. And now you are walking towards the docks and talking with each other about whether you need to do something else.
Yeah,
before
I
dark.
look at I check to see how Tex is doing. Tex, you're still a little hungover.
I'll be fine. There's no worries about that, honestly.
Oh, maybe a good pat on the head would do a job.
Let's not. And he just kind of make sure that his hat is fully covering his head at that point.
The tone is The tone is amazing. Okay, not predictions this time.
Yeah, my character's not dumb. He's just blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Okay, so anything... okay, I'm assuming for the last time, nothing else, you are all ready to depart.
Good.
Yeah.
Ready
Okay.
to depart.
So, a question just for flavor and roleplay reasons. Which one of you has or hasn't traveled by airship before?
I traveled by airship. During
Would've
You
definitely.
probably would have. You probably would have military
yeah,
applications.
I probably hopped down from an airship to like a fort or maybe a lightning round one time.
Probably
Seems like
yes. A small one for some kind of incursion. Yes, I can see that happening. Do you want to share that story with the rest of the party? Like the moment you dropped onto, I jumped out of one of these.
Yeah, I basically like I mentioned it. I should say just basically tell a long story short. I to pull off an incursion with a squad. Hopped down from an airship down to a small fort.
Oh wait,
It was
wait! Sorry, Nord. I forgot something extremely important.
Yes.
Does the armor that Stone wears, his general clothing, do they still reflect his allegiance, his wartime allegiance? What I'm asking is it still obvious by looking at his armor that he fought for the Siren army?
Yes.
Okay, so that is immediately then relevant to everyone else. Because like do of that what you will according to characters, but every one of you immediately notices that stone was like all war forged were created for war, okay, and then they were given a right at the end of the war after being considered weapons. That is already an issue potentially on its own. But the important thing is he is wearing the colors of and the armor of Sire. Sire was the centerpiece nation of the United Empire of Galifar, even though lots of people would get annoyed by this kind of sentence I just said. But it was sort of the main melting pot of the empire. And the thing that stopped the war was the fact that the core part of the old nation of Sire was literally destroyed in one day in an event called the Day of Mourning, which literally, to quote a YouTuber, stopped the war on account of being too scary. The traces of that event are still visible to this day. In fact, during your journey, the ship has to take a detour to avoid flying over the fog, the still present fog of what is now known as the Moorland, because it's not advisable to fly directly on top of that. And which means that, by the way, okay, it's like for Score that has watched Full Metal Alchemist, that exactly like what happened to the nation of Xerxes.
And also think of like a Hiroshima and a Chernobyl, for example.
Yes, exactly. Imagine a whole nation got Hiroshima, and some sort of a fungus cloud is still over the nation to this day, 4 years later.
If you played Stalker, the games, you can see a pretty good comparison. And also, what borders the remains of Kyrie was a wall of fog with screaming faces.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and just in case, I'm used to saying Sire.
It's Kyrie. It could be pronounced Kyrie, or it could be pronounced Kyrie, which would depend on which people says it, and that's up to interpretation whether or not multiple people say different things.
I don't remember. I think that Keith himself is inconsistent on that, but I'll leave that to the group. I'm used to say Sire and Siren, but
I say it with a hard K, Kyrie.
Okay.
I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry.
We might go like I love like if any nation says it differently.
Yeah.
and they all sort of fight over that. So okay, that is I had to mention that immediately because Like that is sure to catch at the very least your character's attention. What they do
Yeah,
with that notion is obviously up to you, but it's
yeah,
impossible not to notice.
all of you notice just how despondent and really angry Stone is. Even like he's clutching the rail so hard that the rails are starting to crack.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think at one point I actually checked the route. At one point you would be passing close enough to see the Mournland fog in the distance.
Yeah, I look I look at the the fog of the Moorland, just stare at it. It's just there
yeah.
at it. Well, I clutch onto the railings so hard that if the railings are made of metal, it starts to bend a little bit.
Yeah, speaking of that, there's actually one of the Lyrander mechanics that is checking the elemental wars and all of that. The moment he looks at the moment he sees that happen, starts to walk towards you, then looks at you for a bit, stops, considers, and then just goes away without saying nothing. Like that just happened. Sort of presumably you can tell that he let you do yourself after seeing that you did no actual damage to the ship. Speaking of okay, on that note, I just told it so everyone is aware. But if either Chizna or Henri have any like immediate reaction or attitude towards that, like you can let me know. But anyway, you know that going on.
You would definitely know that the Stone is definitely just a hunch of silver and just crossing his arms. Just definitely you can definitely tell that he's in a worse mood.
Yeah, like the fact that he still wears Siren or Chiron colors after these 4 years definitely has a meaning as well. Especially since he's a Warforged, and many Warforged renounce their former national ties.
Yeah. A lot of bad memories.
Yeah.
Exactly. A lot of bad memories when that happened.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Cutting you off for just a second. Instead, how are Chizna and Henri enjoying the airship ride?
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I was looking at Will because I wasn't sure if he was going to start talking or not.
Yeah, sure.
Would she have had to have been on an airship beforehand to get to here, or is it more likely this is her first time on an airship?
It might be the second at least. Depend because if he didn't, okay, no, she might have gotten to court by lightning rail. So that's at your discretion.
We'll say this is like her second time on an airship.
Yeah,
that
probably
way,
the second time.
But with a giant, essentially bird, a lot of her energy has been to make sure Velox stays calm, so that he doesn't jump around and not.
Yeah. Stone will just be pacing around, just. You can definitely tell that he's in a bad mood as he passes by you, just crossing his arms.
What about Chizna?
Chizna's been on an airship a couple of times, having as explained to you, he's very into the modernness of everything and tries to take it all in. So any chance he can get on an airship,
definitely
he's going
booked
to take.
An airship ride as soon as he could. In fact, since you were in Kubara before, you would have to, because long ass journey. Probably you since you are interested in this kind of things, whether you share it with others is up to you. But you do know that as of now there is no landing tower, there is no docking tower in all of Kubara, but they are actually building one in Otherport. For North, this is not canonical information. This is what's happening in my Eberron. Right now, Otherport, the first landing tower of Kubara is being built, and is going to open Kubara to air traffic. But it's not going to be completed before at least autumn of this year, presumably. It's kind of weird that it's in Otherport and not the capital, actually, but there are some political and commercial struggles about that you are not sure of the details about.
Yeah.
Anyway. So okay, Chisna is enjoying themselves. Are you interacting with the others during the journey?
Yeah, during the turn, I'm going to set up a game of cards, and I'm going to play a game of cards myself to try to calm my nerves.
Okay. As for the other two, what are you going to do? Okay, Henry is obviously preoccupied with keeping the bird calm, but I guess he can sleep. He can sleep under as well.
Yeah, I'm basically playing.
Sorry, Nord. I was waiting for Dean.
Sorry.
Yeah, she'll still make an effort to get to know her new party a little better, since that is kind of, her thing. So she'll, like, when she sees that Stone is a little on edge, she's kind of like, I don't know if I should bring this up, or maybe just a game of cards will help soothe him. So she'll probably sit down and like play a round of cards with him just to help try to distract him.
A question for you: Are you proficient in insight?
I'm not proficient in it, no, but I have a +2.
You have a +2. Oh, okay, so yeah, +2 in wisdom, and good senses. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception's just a 12.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely know all of the subtext that I mentioned before, and you would know that the Mournland fog is visible. Probably you have lived in Talenta for basically all your life up until now, and which means that there is a high likelihood that in the last 4 years you have seen the fog from the Talentan side.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you are probably besides Stone, you are the one that probably has seen the Mournland from the closest, and that view, even from the border, kind of fucks you up because it's this solid wall of fog that sometimes still looks like screaming and tormented faces, and it goes like vertically up from the exact borders of what once was the Kingdom of Metrol.
Yeah,
it's fucked up. So you kind of
Kyrie.
You kind of can relate, Kyrie. Sorry, I will keep. Yeah, Metrol is what became Kyrie Sire later.
Yeah, so Metrol is one of the cities of Kyrie, just for a bit of a correction thing. And I believe it was...
Sorry, Metrol is both the capital and the name of the kingdom that then became the nation. Like to be clear, the confines, the borders of the now Mournland are not the borders of all of Kyrie. They are the borders of the old kingdom of Metrol.
Got it. Okay, so I kind of like look at her while continue to play cards. It says, "Well, you're from this Talenta Plains. I bet you see the walls of the Moorland every day."
More or less.
Yeah. A lot of bad memories.
She glances at his armor and nods and goes, "Well, that's what you have people around you for, to help you get through those things."
Some things that you just can't get over.
That's fair, but maybe the cards will help distract you. At least until it's not in your sight anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll you over with these cards.
Oh, probably.
Chisna, you're joining the game.
Chisno will in fact join the game.
Okay, what about Tex?
The moment you would find Ted probably at a nearby table, but they mostly just seem to be writing in a book at the moment.
Tex, my friend, put the book away. Come join us. We're playing cards. Come get your butt kicked.
I have to record what's the days that have been happening. I'm sorry.
You could bring your book over here and join us at the table at least. There's plenty of room.
That's fine. And then just kind of pick up everything. There's a lot of stuff in front of text. There's maps. There's the giant binder we were given with the mythologies. You just see text kind of wave their wrist, and the quill goes away, grabs everything else, and comes over.
Neat trick. But can you beat me at a game of cards?
Probably not.
Which one of you
He
has
nods.
proficiency in gaming sets?
Not me.
I do.
What kind of skill do you think is more relevant to the
I'm
gaming
thinking.
question? You're gonna roll on intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence. My intelligence is 12, so I know what I'm doing. So, I'm just gonna roll it on roll 20. That's okay. So roll.
Yeah. Roll on roll
20
20. I
plus
have issues seeing the chat right now, but okay. But I'll
What are we-
try.
6. I overplayed myself.
Anyone that's playing the card game can roll intelligence and add their proficiency with a gaming set if you have them. Oh wow! Now I'm on a camera. Nice.
Oh, I got
I
16.
overplayed myself. I got overconfident.
Okay. Why do I? Oh, now I see. Okay, 6. Tell me who else is rolling.
I'll be rolling. I'll have to add +2 because I have 0 to intelligence, but I am proficient in playing cards.
Nice.
I got a 16.
Well, kind of like that's good.
That is the mark of hospitality. That is the mark of hospitality on lots of gaming nights at the Golden Dragon Inn.
I just look a little surprised. It's like, okay, I guess I overplayed myself.
will kind of at first reluctantly join in, not really used to playing many games very often.
Uh-huh.
That's a 17.
Oh!
The +3 intelligence.
You're doing the Meruem, immediately picking up the game.
It's actually like, oh, it's actually quite simple. You just, this combo's here, and this with that, and I went.
Okay, so like, okay, because like, so Stone was like immediately confident, like, can you beat me at cards? And then you get the tavern experience of the halflings, while like half of the brain half of Tex's brain is playing, the other half is deducing the metagame from the cards. And just sort of. And okay, has Chisna rolled, by the way?
I did roll, but it didn't show up in the chat. I guess my roll 20 connector didn't work.
Okay.
Yeah, mine did that too.
What did you roll?
But 18.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. You will need to explain that to me. Okay, how did you manage? What happened?
I'll let Tex have his moment and just sort of smile and check and go, Tex, you're forgetting the main component of the game. And then just show my hand.
And he clutches his hand, and asks, best 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3
Okay.
works for me.
Okay, let's go.
I can go again.
One more roll. By the time the second game comes up, oh, that is the burn to the
13.
pride. Nice.
13.
By the time the second game comes up, you notice that a bunch of people has gathered around the table. Like everyone that is not working. Okay.
First that one of the game.
Oh no.
Oh my god, first.
Oh,
Oh! Okay, okay, I guess, okay. What I'm picturing is the final remark of from Chizna as sort of like destroyed Tex's mental focus
Yeah,
and
essentially.
confidence. Oh my god, how could I lose? But I had everything. My strategy was perfect. It's like complete nervous breakdown.
His hand is just shaking, like every card is just dropping out of it.
Like that one guy from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Call.
So like
The
at one
RPG
point at the
gambler.
last end, she's nice is like, and I still rule.
the moons may take up most of the sky, but the stars are always right.
At this point, like the Larander crew and everyone else like. Woo! By the way, that's gonna be inspiration for Chizna.
Sweet.
First inspiration of the game.
Nice.
King of games, bitch.
It's all figured out. It was, I saw the streams, it all fit. Now it's gone. It's gone.
Henri will very lightly place her hand on Texas and be like, "It's also a bit of a game of luck, though, and you can't calculate for that."
Actually, I can calculate for luck. I just didn't.
Someone will try to like sigh, but like how a Warforged would try to sigh.
Yeah, metallic.
But I say, good game, and I just like I offer to shake a hand.
Wounded pride.
Wounded pride, yes.
Okay, so I like that you are. It's chemistry between the team is starting to happen. So as the journey continues, so that is the first day. The second day goes on a little bit like the one before. You are a bit farther. You finally you manage to get out of sight of the Moorland fog. Your transfer in Tervalestas is. They're still doing the door banging thing. No, we're way ahead. Final in Tervalestas, your transfer is quite fast and uneventful. You do notice that some of the elven population around you is kind of wary and kind of curious, but like nothing eventful happens.
Yeah.
You board the next ship. And then it's gonna be 3 days of sailing across the
DM. You
sea?
mentioned that some of the
Yes.
elven crew is a little wary. Would my character can make
for
the
fuck's
character?
sake, you have siren armor. Yes.
Yeah, would my character, given that he's rolling in the war, would my character make the connection why these elves are wary?
They would be okay. Tyrannodal would be generally wary of such a group of weird people, even in the capital. But yes, definitely, as a Siren warrior, there is a non-zero chance that you have fought Valinor warbands actually. Especially since Valinor seceded from. Sorry, I will keep saying sire for a while yet.
Yeah, my character doesn't give a damn. My
Anyway,
character doesn't give a damn.
yeah.
Although he had some bad memories, but it's in the past.
Yeah, like no one actually tries to give you shit, but you definitely get the side eyes.
Yeah, they're kind of afraid of me because I'm big.
Yeah, that you see, like there's some of that, but also these guys are Valinor, Tynadal elves. So like some of them, a minority is visibly afraid, and there is half of the group that remains. Half of them are like confident in a. Some of them are brave. Some of them are just overconfident assholes, basically. Right. But in general, like the minority shows visible signs of fear. Everyone else looks like they're trying to say that they could take you on. Whether that's true or not, eh.
anyone that looks like they can take me on, I just like stare them down, hunch over them, just like give him give an unblinking staring contest with my red wide eyes.
Yeah, most people at that point just give up because it's evident by the general context that you're going to be through town quick, and so like generally they don't bother. But yeah, that works. Like
Yeah.
the most annoying of the oglers is immediately deterred by that. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
I
you
just
board-
like I
oh,
just like
sorry.
stare them all down, just like you're gonna take me on, it's not gonna end well for you.
Does anyone else in the party react to the situation and the fact that you have been you are traversing the city and like half the people you meet have a staring contest with the Warforged?
Spee. Now, let's not try to cause trouble just to say Stone. We really don't need to have that happening.
I'm not causing trouble. I'm stopping trouble at that moment.
The Lyrandar hair that is guiding you to the port without paying too much attention sort of picks it up and said, yeah, we really don't need that. It's not really paying a lot of attention. So it's sort of like it's literally reading the newspaper while he leads you on. Anyway, you board on the ship. This one is an elemental galleon as well that is propelled by a water elemental. By the way, Lyrandar ships are all propelled by some kind of elemental, and that takes the shape of a ring of elemental energy. At the very least, one ring of elemental energy around the middle of the ship.
Rain of
If
fire,
you want the
which is
technical
pretty cool.
details, yes. Airships are fire or air. The one that took you here was a fire ship, which generally like faster, bulkier, but like instead air elemental ships are usually they can get at higher altitudes and are more maneuverable. At least that is the distinction I apply here. It's not the same in any case. That is one distinction I've seen suggested, and I like it. Anyway, now you are on a water elemental galleon, and you have 3 days of sailing, and then you will be left on the shores of Hope.
Can I
Yes.
can I see if I can reach the water ring? Like just poke the water ring.
It's I'm gonna say no for the reason that this ship is not small. So like the ring is very extended outwards.
Okay, so I can't reach it. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's literally this is a commercial ship. It's not a small vessel for you guys. You're literally having hitching a ride on a ship that is going to other port. That is the reason. You probably will be able to touch the water ring or on the small boat that is going to get you to the shore.
Come to
That-
think,
that
I'm
one,
surprised
yes.
I'm surprised someone made marshmallows, like toasted marshmallows with on the elemental airship, like 10-foot pole, just like stick like a stick with a marshmallow in the
A
end, just like
10-foot pole on a small one would probably work. But
Yeah,
you know why?
just an entertaining thought.
There is a reason why you wouldn't do that. Probably it's a bad. There is a good chance that the wards actually prevent the fire from burning something directly outside, and if it works, it means the ward is not exactly stable, and the elemental might get excited.
That is a good point. It's like, hey, can anyone check on the let me just like poke something.
Yeah, like okay, imagine if the engine of a car was a living thing, and you tried to cook something on it while the car is running, and the engine is alive. That is what you're suggesting.
Yeah. That's just like an entertaining thought. Anyway, we're getting off track.
Okay, so unless you guys wanna have situations, do something, or start trouble while you are sailing, we are going to go ahead. Just tell me if you wanna do, see, or try anything.
Mostly, if we are on a boat, essentially, right?
Yes.
Now Tex is not having a good time.
Okay, I see to see
CC?
how Tuck is doing. I check on the on at security. I check on the other party members to see how they're doing. Starting with text and text, as you say, yeah, you're not doing well. What's happening?
Jeez, it's fun. He just kind of heads off the board again.
I love that you had
you wait
no
for the
issues with the
flashpoint.
airship, but the galleon is a problem.
What a
Okay.
weak little flashline.
Kinda,
You-
I can relate to that. Oh, sorry, let's go.
The waves say vision, and then
Put yourself up for you weak little flashline. What we will go through will be much worse than this.
4. Oh, okay. So it's wow.
Start
The
get-
names of the
start-
days are not
get used
confusing
to
at
it.
all.
Text, get used to it.
I'm used to many things. I'm just not good at water.
Yep.
Used to
Yeah,
just-
I look around for a bucket, and just put the bucket next to Tex, and I just walk away and check the others.
That is very considerate of you. In a very stone kind of way. That's gonna be inspiration as well.
Especially funny since Tex was already vomiting over the edge of the ship.
Poor
Yeah,
Tex.
a bucket full of water in case something happens.
Oh, this is probably the first time that Henri that Henri sees and interacts with the sea.
Oh, that's a good point.
You're probably
Then,
the only one that has never been near the sea among the party.
then she's spent a lot of time looking out, like at the water, just amazed by how endless a sea can be.
Yep. You gonna comment on that with anyone else on the team?
If somebody happens to be nearby, she'll probably be like, "Wow, I've never seen the sea before."
You get used to it.
Unless it's Tex who is throwing up, in which case she
Yeah, there's probably going to be
also tried to comfort him.
It's probably gonna be Chizna. Oh yeah, also comforting
Yeah.
the poor Tex.
Yeah,
Just-
there's like a bucket nearby that stone is placed.
Probably. Chizna, what are you doing?
Looking out over the water and to Henri in particular, it doesn't get any less beautiful the more you see it. Trust me.
Good to know.
The creature
It's-
that has a harder time agreeing to this sentiment is probably Velox right now.
Just definitely joined me over the edge of the boat.
On unstable terrain, and it sort of probably might get interested if he sees anything like a fish over the water. That's gonna be an interesting moment. But speaking of Velox and calming down Velox, that is probably going to be needed because sooner than later, the 5th day of travel arrives, and it's time to board the small sailboat that will speed you to the coast in a couple hours. And it's really it's very small. It's literally you guys, a raptor that has to enter into a small sailboat, and the Lyrandar person that needs to operate it. As for T and Will, Lyrandar is the House of Storm. They are half elves, and they generally have their mark gives them a affinity for weather and elemental control. So they are the ones that usually operate elemental ships, among other things. So there's this half elf guy that is inviting you over, and is kind of. Are you sure that can get on the boat just fine?
I'm not sure, but we're gonna try.
Okay. Yeah, please be absolutely sure that he's calmed down. I wouldn't want him jumping overboard or at me if he sees a dolphin or whatever.
Would it be better for you to go first and sort of, you know, coax him in, or would it be better for someone else to coax him in while you gently nudge him?
That is a good question.
It's probably better if I go first and have him follow me.
Okay, so you would have to probably sit down, and then everyone else gets in the ship, being careful around them.
Yeah, how big is the ship? Because I'm pretty close to 7 feet tall, like 6'10", like just like a mere inch or two if I'm being.
The
7
ship
feet.
is small enough that you can probably try and touch the elemental wing of this one with at the very least one of your weapons if your body doesn't get there.
Nice. Yeah,
Like,
I feel like very. I feel a little cramped.
yeah, you definitely would. Anri, can you roll me animal handling? You.
Oh
my
my
god.
25.
God damn.
19, nat 19. Yeah,
I
that'll
mean,
do it.
have fun. Have fun describing me how this is the most seaborn clawfoot ever.
Just picks him up like a chicken. Puts him.
So
It's literally 3 times her size.
she coaxes him aboard pretty easily. He's a little cautious with that first step, just like anyone is getting onto a boat. But then she just kind of brings him over, puts his head in her lap, and gives him a few pets. It's like, okay, I think he's okay.
I would like to
okay.
pet the clawfoot, just on the head, just like pat, just like little.
I think he enjoys it. That T will corroborate on that.
Yeah, now that he's all nice and comfortable, the waves even seem to soothe him a little bit, and he's just like, okay, anyone can pet me now. We're good.
Pet. And you kind of hear Stone saying that, so it's like pet.
It's like the subroutine.
just kind of
Pet.
just for the hell of it.
Pet, reload, pet, reconfigure, pet.
Yeah, I'm going to say that just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I already gave you inspiration, otherwise I would be giving you right now. Okay, so the Lirandar guy calms down, everyone is in the boat. Okay guys, hold on tight, I'm going for the shore as fast as possible.
As we do, Tex just fully brings their hat down over their face and just does not trying to keep their vision away from the ocean.
The alpha elf turns towards you, and I would advise directly leaning overboard unless you want to throw up in your in your hat, because we are going to go faster than the ship did.
Okay,
And
I'm
this
bigger
boat
than
is
you.
smaller.
Lean on me.
That should be
Alright,
fine.
I'm
I can't see anything.
Lean on me. Lean on me.
And 3, and 2, and 1, and the boat just rockets on and picks up speed. Okay, it's not that fast, but it's definitely sustained speed thanks to the water elemental. Gently rolling for anyone except for Tex, we're probably suffering very much right now.
You want me to roll a con save?
At one point, yeah, feeling a little bit.
Can I roll mine with advantage because I'm Warforged?
You would have, but there's nothing to roll right now. It's like not that bad. This guy is not an idiot or completely reckless. He's just going fast.
Okay.
He's not trying to drop you over to the shore. Just going fast because the ship has to. The main ship cannot stop for long. It's gonna be about 2 hours of sustained travel. The thing is, the reason to hold on tight is that the ship is small enough that is gonna be kind of rolling back and forth throughout all of this time. Only slowing down like 2.5 hours later in view of the shore.
Anyone has trouble standing? Lean on me. I make a very good pillar.
Not a very good pillow though.
Pillar. Pillar.
Yeah, I got that. said that on purpose. So at one point, the ship finally slows down. We are about it's about half the day, I'd say. You get deposited on the shore. The Lirander guy bids you farewell and good luck, and then he starts getting back on the ship and preparing to get over to the main ship. There is probably going to be a moment in which Velox is going to try and drink seawater, unless it's stopped.
Yeah,
Seawater.
Like, not that water. Come on.
Yeah, that water's. Even I know that water is not drinkable. No.
It's like I'm imagining him like going like cats when they gulp something that
Yeah.
all of that jazz. It sort of probably looks offended, but he's probably had to dip his feet a little bit when getting out of the boat. I don't know how he's gonna take that.
Probably not thrilled with it, but he's moving on still, just shaking his feet like a dog does, or a cat. They get their feet wet.
Feather, wet, annoyed. Oh my, it's not gonna enjoy the wet season. Okay, so you are on the shore of. Okay, sorry, team. Let's go.
Oh, sorry, I was reading. Can I dry his feet with prestidigitation?
I think it's yeah. I think you can. It's a matter of seconds, literally. Yeah, I'm guessing you can. No problem with that.
Okay,
Good taking care of him.
When she sees him shaking off his feet, she'll prestidigitate them dry for him.
Okay.
No need for him to suffer if he doesn't need to.
Okay, so now you know that your destination is generally northwest of where you are. Probably the one that knows a bit more about where it is. I'm guessing there's a chance that I think Tex probably would have the map, either him or Chisna.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. So it's presumably it's time to roll me survival. Just give me a second though before you roll, because I have to check something.
Alright, so you want me to roll for survival, you say?
I said Chisna because it's the one that knows more of the region and probably has the map, but if anyone else has survival, you're probably able to help him. Give me a second, though.
Okay.
I was gonna. Oh, yeah. Give you a second.
Give me a second. I need to check something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay, if you can, the roll is neutral, and if anyone can help with survival proficiency, it's gonna be made with advantage.
I have survival and cartography, so I was gonna ask if I could give them the help action. As part of them rolling.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so Chisna can roll survival with advantage to guide the party. Oh my god.
Alright.
Alright, you have the intuition die on that, right?
Yeah. Looks like it, yeah.
Oh, that is as good as any moment to ask. Where is your mark on your body?
It is on my left forearm.
Left forearm. Does it react or does it have anything peculiar? Like some marks, for example, can move, light up, or change color when used.
Mine will light up when being used, and in addition to having like the regular map, I'll pull out my star map for my subclass, which is a folding orrery. So it's like a little disc, but it opens up into like a star chart and a planet chart.
It.
And I put it over the map to make sure I have our bearings.
You do.
Good. Actually... I haven't lost my touch.
That is actually like being here. You actually realize that confronting your star map, and the information that you and Tex exchanged during the journey, you realize that the indications you had before were actually not that efficient, and you can probably you can presumably arrive even faster than you would have thought. Like it is definitely possible to have a safer and faster route by just following a couple of basic adjustments. Okay. You literally you thought you had to take a certain route, but it's evident by like bunch of calculations that you did that is actually a better way, which is going to save you a bunch of time on the journey.
Don't worry, I know a shortcut.
Okay.
Even better.
Damn it. Sorry, I'm literally I have a bit of a sore throat. Okay. We were saying, so first day of travel goes well enough. You locate a river that would presumably help you determining your subsequent route. And okay, this is you're on the tree. Yeah, okay. And also are able, since that survival check was nothing short of amazing, to properly camp in a secured location. However, what kind of camping gear do you have? What is your how do you organize for the night?
I don't have that much in the way. I just stand alone, just like go into sentry mode and just like watch. Let me check my racial traits. Yeah, sentry's rest.
Yeah.
Tex has a full 2-person tent. Basically cooking supplies, everything that's basically needed for the most part for themselves and at least one other person generally.
Okay. What about Chisna and Henri? Damn it.
Henri has a bedroll. She also has cook supplies and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
No tent or anything though.
Okay. What about Chisna?
Chisna also does. He has a bedroll, but no tent. He prefers to have the stars above him so he can sort of watch them until he falls asleep comfortably.
Okay, so this immediately poses the question: who's gonna use the tent?
If somebody wants to stay in the tent, it fits more than one person.
Well, I'd rather sleep out with Velox. I don't want to leave him alone. So, Chisna, if you'd like the tent.
I appreciate the offer, my friend. However, you know me. I enjoy seeing the stars at night, so I will decline.
Chisna, it's time to make a nature check.
Alrighty.
Druid rolling a lot today. Okay, yeah, you are absolutely confident in the validity of what you just said. Anyway, moving on.
Storm clouds?
Moving on. The night. Moving on during the night. Are you okay? Do you have anything else you need to tell me about the way you organize for the night?
I'll be on sentry's rest, and I'll just go and watch.
Okay.
Just before heading to bed, Chisna will use the Druid Craft cantrip to check the weather for the next 24 hours so that he can have an idea.
Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, that was... I threw my dice off the table. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow. From when does it? From when does the prediction start?
A harmless sensory effect predicts the weather, what the weather will be like at your location for the next 24 hours. So it goes from the point up until, I guess, 24 hours from now.
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna say that it can predict a gradual mutation. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, it's gonna rain starting tomorrow morning.
And as I bring up this the cantrip and like little rain cloud appears in my hands, I go, prepare for rain tomorrow.
It's probably going to be okay. We are as I was saying, we are still fully in wet season, which means rain here is kind of bad. Judging from your druidcraft, this is going to presumably be morning around like 8 p.m. So you should organize accordingly. And it's probably not gonna stop until half of the afternoon.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the rain. I'm a warforged. I can weather the rain.
You're probably gonna creak an awful lot tomorrow. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, there you go. So this night goes on. This night goes on generally uneventful. You have the Warforged in Sentries mode at all time. What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
13. Okay, give me just a second. Okay. Luck definitely on your side. Passive perception is 13. Oh wow. The only. Oh, sorry. They tell me.
Okay. Did I miss anything? Is my passive perception not high enough?
No. I was about to tell you that the only disturbance is like halfway through the night. There is a very annoying, repeated, and distinctive buzzing all around your encampment.
Okay. What is the source of this buzzing?
The source of this buzzing, you don't have dark vision. Are you guys keeping any light source?
I have my Everbright lantern.
Yes, nice. Oh,
Everbright.
you keep it alight during the night, or
yes.
only alighted? Okay, so it just
it's
okay.
Yeah, I have it.
I didn't think about that. Okay, good. That's amazing. Okay, the source of the buzzing is the general indistinct cloud of bug that has gathered around your head, or wherever you have the light.
Bugs.
Question: did you spend the extra money to integrate the lantern or not?
That's an option?
I gave that to you as an option. I mentioned it as an option.
I thought that was a joke.
No, I was that serious. I mean, you're a Warforged. You can do that. I see no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that.
Okay. I just try to swat it off. Just like.
Do you think you're loud enough to wake up anyone else?
Probably. Okay, just because it's funny, I'm gonna say yes. It's
okay.
Like it's just like this. You hear me just like say.
Okay, around midnight, everyone is woken up by Stone cursing and cussing at a cloud of bug that is just whirling around him.
Why are you screaming so late in the night?
Bugs!
Bugs?
Yes, bugs!
Bugs.
Poor Velox.
What? Yeah, bugs.
Welcome to the
I'm gonna
jungle.
swan every single one of these if I have to. squished between my hands.
You.
Chisna, the thing you had not considered yesterday while reflecting on sleeping out in the open is immediately obvious to you. And also the fact that light sources in this place and time can present problems.
You know. Oops,
Well-
sorry, that was the wrong thing to press.
Bugs are a natural part of the jungle. You
I
might
know.
want to also turn that light out. That could attract unwanted attention from nighttime predators.
Can I, is there any the rocks nearby that I could pick up their good size?
Is there any what?
Like any like rocks or something nearby that are nice, just nice size to pick up?
I like where you're going, yes.
Then I will grab one, cast light on it, and I'll toss it
Okay, that's
from
that is
everyone.
that is inspiration and working. Also, we will need like 1 minute to
Hey.
calm down Velox.
Are
Because
the-
we'll
are the fla-
throw light
are the
sources,
bugs
bugs
going away?
everywhere.
Thinks I'm playing ball.
Yeah, now the bugs are orbiting the luminous stone.
I look at text. Thank you.
Sorry, what did Henri say?
Oh, Henri just grabs like Valex's head gently and pets him. Is like, nope, don't follow that. Not you.
Bugs, angry.
I like grumble to myself. Damn
Okay.
bugs!
Next morning comes nice and quick, and you are ready to retake. I think you're ready. Yeah, probably an hour before rain starts. But we're gonna see whether rain makes it harder to guide this time. In fact, it does. So this time it starts raining quite hard, and so even with help and you'll be rolling neutrally because it would be a disadvantage normally.
All right.
That is still survival from Chisna. At this moment, I'm assuming he's the guide. Later, we'll see if things change. Oh my!
Okay, all right.
I'm very good at this.
Sevens. Okay, good. Okay, Chisna, you have the option if you want. You realize that that you really looking around. You have enough like available. Stumps, fallen wood, etc. That if you had enough ropes, you could just make a raft and shorten a bit of the journey by literally rafting down the river. Rafting up the river, actually. You will still need to paddle, but you literally have the stuff around. So if you want to do that, that is an option.
How much rope would we need? And Chisna will ask, how much rope do we have among us?
tell me how
As
much
he'll
rope
pull
you
out his
have.
own.
Okay, let me check my inventory. I have 50 feet of hempen. Sorry.
Same here, 50 feet.
50 feet from Chisna as well.
None.
50 feet. You said 50. I think 50.
Yeah, 50. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't have any rope, but
Okay.
I don't have a rope.
Okay, what about Henri?
Also have 50 feet of hempen.
Okay, in that condition, given you will be working extremely fast and okay, I'm gonna say you had an ungodly survival roll, so no additional rolls needed. What you can do with the stuff that you have around is a relatively solid raft that is, however, going to pick up a bunch of rain and humidity. So you can cut a few hours of journeying on the river by using the raft and probably the tent or something else to cover yourself. But you will not be able to do all of the journey that way, because at one point it would be simply too wet to make it safe, and then you will have to pull up ashore and continue on foot. But you can cut a few hours like that if you are willing to do another animal handling check to get Velox on the raft and sail the river for 3 hours under the torrential rain.
I'll look to Henri. Go. We could make a raft that would cut a large chunk of time. Do you think you could get him calmly onto it if we make one?
Well, he didn't mind the boat, so I think it's doable.
Okay. Give me another animal handling check then.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Just what I wanted an natural 20 on.
You guys are insane. Okay. At this point, Velox thinks that sailing is the funniest thing in the world. Like the moment he understands that you're making a raft, he like jumps on the raft before completion.
Excited.
You actually your effort is to get him to wait before getting onto the raft again. And the guy is having a lot of fun. And okay, you manage to make the raft, all get on board. Velox has his Titanic moment when he gets on top of the raft and start just spreading wings and generally being happy, at least until the rain starts. Is any of you proficient in water vehicles?
Land, though. Land.
Nice.
No.
Okay, so someone among you is gonna have to make there's gonna have to be a dexterity check.
Yeah, that's not gonna be me.
One can make it, and one person that has that does not have a malus in dexterity can help.
I can help. I have a 16 dexterity, but I also have a pole of collapsing that maybe help us by turning it to a 10-foot pole. Maybe help us with pushing through the waters.
Okay.
That sounds helpful. I can help you, because I have a 16 in dex as well, so I can help you.
Okay, good.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
Then dexterity check with advantage.
With advantage.
Can I add guidance to that?
Oh, yes, you can.
Okay. I'll roll the advantage and I'll add the d4.
Okay. Not seeing it yet. Oh my gosh. You guys are rolling like crazy.
Another +4 on that too.
Okay,
23.
Bizarrely, Tex discovers a natural sailor instinct.
What?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
For their entire existence.
Like somehow this time he is not vomiting and is like proficiently. Is like in his head. He goes like, "Oh yeah, sure. You just have to calculate the currents, and then you." It's like obviously doing physics in fluidodynamics in his head.
Somehow being in the zone has made it so they're not like their motion sickness isn't triggering by the water.
Exactly. At one point on the other side of the river, you see 3 honk striders that are just laying on the shore, looking at you, interested and perplexed, and sort of after a few minutes they get into the water and tag along for a while, to the interest of Velox. For Nordronok, honk striders are give me a second and I'll show you. Are something from yours truly.
Love that name.
type of dinosaur from my dinosaur diary. Give me a second. Yeah, they're basically river trailing hadrosaurs. Where is the illustration? Yeah, I'm gonna just put it on the just gonna put it on the stream real quick. Image.
Which screen? Discord
on
or
yeah on the no on the stream proper.
Alrighty.
Give me a second. I'm about to put it up. But yeah, it's a kind of dinosaur. Where is it? He's here, and then the diary is no. Okay, damn it. There you go. Sorry, it's a bunch of stuff in this folder. There's a lot of dinosaurs in this folder. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this one that is now over everything.
Okay.
This thing.
I'm not seeing it.
On the stream? Not on
The stream,
Roll20.
right?
On
I
Twitch
see it.
proper.
I see it. Oh, I see it. I see it. Nice.
Yeah, it is this thing. There is three wild ones.
Henri just kind of reels in Velox, lets him be interested and sniff a bit, but just make sure he doesn't try to jump off the raft or anything.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if he would do that while alone and while they're on the water. Just in case one of the young striders in the water looks at him and goes, "Oh."
Probably rears back a little and...
Don't you try.
Yeah.
And okay, that said, you do save a lot of time, but after a while, of course, the rain is very intense and you are forced to go back and take the alternative route. So this was actually on 4. We have one more night and then you'll be arrived in town. Let me change the date.
Once they are on solid ground again, Henri will go up to Tex and be like, "Huh, it looks like all you need to do to fight your motion sickness is be the one driving."
Yeah, when my mind was somewhere else, it was a lot harder to pay attention to all the different movements.
Maybe still don't think about it too hard.
Otherwise, you'll have a relapse right now.
I wish it was an option. And then they'll collapse. They're both collapsing back down to the 1-foot rod.
Also, all of this is happening under rain, intense rain.
I got a big hat. I'm fine.
At this point, I guess it's not motion sickness; it's anxiety over the books.
Yep.
Hunched over with the books on the side of the tent. No.
I have a weapon backpack. Everything's sealed up tight, but even then, there's that. There's the thought. The fear.
You have...
Fear is the mind killer.
Exactly. Sadly, you have 1, 2, 3 full months before dry season yet.
This is going to be a long journey. This is going to be a long one.
Yep. Yeah, the one that knows about this is Chizna, which can let you know if he wants.
I'm going to laugh if it turns out to be Nat 1.
Roll the Nat 1. It's fine.
I mean, no. The season is something that don't need to roll for that. It just knows that.
Yeah.
You live the year enough to know when it's warm and when it's dry and when it's wet season. So I was saying that Chizna is aware of the fact that it's still 3 full months of this kind of weather.
Mm-hmm.
I will very happily exclaim, "Oh, don't worry, there's still going to be plenty of rain."
Yeah, I don't. But the cold never bothered me anyway.
Ooh.
Let it forge. Okay. Okay, second night. At one point during the freak's sake, during the evening, the rains. Sorry, not the evening. Sorry. At one point in the early afternoon, the rain subsides, and you manage to arrive inside of what seems like an old abandoned fisherman shack on the river shore, which theoretically could serve as which theoretically could serve for the night.
Henri will motion to it and be like, well, could be a roof over our head for the night.
Let's just make sure there's nothing in it first.
Of course.
Who's gonna
I
go
can
inspect
go
and
ahead
how?
and look.
Okay. Okay, both you and Velox can roll for perception or investigation or whatever you use to check.
I'll use investigation.
Okay.
Do you want
Um,
a separate roll for Velox?
Give me a second. Stone, do you want to join?
yeah, I want to join. I can use perception.
How much do you have in perception?
+3.
Yeah, okay, you roll as well then.
All right, I'm gonna roll. Fingers crossed.
Let's go.
9.
Okay. Okay, you managed to... Yeah, it's definitely a wooden shack with 4 walls and a roof. Oh my god.
19. Do you want a separate roll for Velox?
Yes, because its senses do not work the same way.
Let's see, that'd be an in. Okay, he does have a +3. Oh, he got better than I did.
Okay.
The second
No.
one fails.
Okay, what are you looking for exactly? In general?
Seeing if there's anything else in here. She'll also take note of if the roof, like if it's particularly leaky or anything like that. But mostly checking to make sure there's not anything that's going to try to eat
so like
us.
structural integrity and safety. Okay, it does seem actually effectively abandoned. And still structurally sound. You do notice that it's not leaky on the roof, but you do notice that there is some general mold around. It's like it was treated wood, but whatever the treatment was is starting to lose effectiveness. So there is a lot of mold that is starting to form around the base. So it's large enough that you can sleep inside, but it would be advisable to like not lean onto the walls, presumably. And that is particularly obvious to Velox that generally doesn't want to get near the walls. And he's also checking the ground, sort of unearthing a couple of. He's looking around what was a long time ago a fire, and he's unearthing sort of like pieces of skeletons of fish and stuff like that, trying to see if there is anything of interest in there. While doing that, while looking for food in the around the old fireplace, he manages to find one silver coin. Which, by the way, I'm gonna use the in-game name of currency. So copper crowns, silver sovereigns, and gold gallifards.
Okay.
So yeah, there is like casually one very okay, not much in shape, kind of bent silver coin in there. Not a lot. Okay, you rolled 21. Okay, so and also he's the one to find what seems like the remains of a part of a burned leather boot, which has some like bizarre holes in the leather.
Okay.
The boot is black. The boot is black leather and very charred in general around all around the edges. Sorry for getting words. And the weird thing about the holes is that they are charred as well, but there is a faint trace of green not present anywhere else on the leather.
Okay. Henri will collect the coin in the boot and bring them back outside to, I guess it's just Chizen and Tex that waited outside. Be like,
Mhm.
well, it is completely abandoned inside. The walls maybe aren't as structurally sound as we'd like, but I think they'll hold so long as nobody goes running
Yeah,
into them or
yeah,
anything.
exactly. It's not that they're. It's probably not going to collapse like in the next couple of months since it held down. But the main issue with the wall seems to you to be the fact that you shouldn't like lean onto the wall because of the mold at the bottom. Like it's probably not safe to sleep too close to that. But if you're in the center of the room, kind of close to each other, that should be doable.
So we should stick to the center of the room. I did also find this weird boot, though. Not quite sure what it means. If one of you two wants to take a
I
look.
look at the boot. I take a look and I look at it and I shake it, just like see
Oh,
if
by the
there's
way,
anything
it's just
inside.
it's not it's a piece of the side of a boot. It's no longer an entire boot.
Oh, I
to
just
be
look at
honest.
it. I just look at the piece. It's like,
You want to roll me an investigation? And
Yeah,
Will was
sure.
saying something. Okay, okay. Well, Stone rolls. Who was talking?
6.
You are not in shape today. The rain has gotten to you.
Yeah,
Can I actually take a look at it?
sure.
And investigation, you said?
You can
On this?
like depends. For Stone, it was appropriate investigation, but
That's true. Uh,
what are you going
So-
to check for?
so this is the side of a boat, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
And you said there was something like burned out of it?
Okay, it's a piece of the side of a black leather boot. The
Yeah.
edges are burned, like it was found in the remains of a fireplace. So like
Yeah.
presumably the whole boot or a part of the boot has been thrown or fell into the fireplace. The other potentially interesting things are weird holes in the upper part. There is like 4 or 5 of round holes, the edges of which have a faint trace of green.
I would like to look into those holes more, see if I can figure anything out about what could have caused that, because that's bizarre.
I need to interrupt for a moment. I
Yes.
have to go get ready for work. If you guys, feel free to continue without me, and T can get me caught up, but I do have to go get ready for work.
Oh, okay. I think I would have at most like half an hour. So depending on if everyone's okay, we can we could just stop or we can go for another like 10 minutes.
I'm up for
15
either.
minutes. What do you say?
I'm up either way.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Fabrizio is fine.
Mhm.
I can catch him up. I can catch him up
If
later.
it's okay for Will, I would go on like 15 more minutes at most.
I personally can't, but again, you guys are more than welcome to. T can get me caught up on anything that needs to happen.
Just okay. Who do you want to? If anything happens, who do you want to take care of Shizna? Me, or some other player? T, for example.
Let me think.
No, that was a question to Will.
Okay.
You taking Chisna is fine for Rizio.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Then I'm gonna. Okay, then. By the way, good luck and good work. Good day.
Good day to all of you as well. I enjoyed it, and I can't wait for next week. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, it's been really
Thanks
fun.
so much. Okay, so
Have
we'll
fun for the rest of you guys.
rapidly. It's one more, I guess, investigation for unless you are applying a more specific knowledge for text.
Could I roll
and
it?
Chisna
Yeah.
is gonna look at it too.
I think
Yeah.
I'll start with just some investigation, see what I can figure out about that for the most part.
Hey, can I help?
Yeah.
Wait.
I mean, you already. I don't know. You already tried to check that. Okay.
Yeah, I was hoping I would say have like
Inspiration.
a second.
Okay, I rolled for Shizna and it came out quite bad, honestly. Yeah,
It's my
okay.
inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. The
Oh, I
two of
should.
you like really focus hard on the
Much
thing.
better.
Okay.
The 21.
Give me
Okay.
just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the boots are presumably like an interesting worker boots from you can guess like a local fisherman or settler. They are presumably oh, you know what? No, they are not as old as the rest. So
Mhm.
like someone they're not as old as the rest of the shack, but judging from general weathering, they could have been here for at the very least months. Well, the shack is probably like a couple years, if not 5. And yeah, did you focus on the boots as a whole or on the holes?
On the holes, majoritively.
Okay, you don't know how exactly, but you are pretty sure that the holes are not from the holes have the result of some kind of corrosion, which has a good chance to be linked to the reason they were thrown into the fire in the first place.
She was T. Sorry, bleh, trying to remember
Henri
everybody's names.
or Chisna.
Henri is Henri was saying there was some kind of mold in there too.
Yes, it does. You want to go inside to check?
Yes, I want to investigate this mold as well. See if it looks like similar colors or
It does not seem to be the exact same color.
okay.
Mold is more on the yellowish brown side.
Mhm.
Really, there's not much of it, but the patches are quite gross.
Mhm. Could I try rolling nature on that?
Do you have nature?
I don't have it proficient, but it is an intelligence skill, so +3.
Yeah, I think in that case that might be a disadvantage given the extraneous environment and not proficiency. But you can try.
Might as well. Might as well.
Chisna cannot help because he rolled terribly on that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oof, oof,
4 and
oof.
5. I rolled a 4 and a 5.
I don't know if
We're
at
just
one
not, we're
point.
just not doing well now. We're just not like we're doing well. Like fuck, it's raining. We're in the wind of a swamp,
Yeah,
and I'm
probably at one
cranky.
point. Yeah, I guess you're
It's
just
certainly mold.
tired. You're just like so tired that you're just like, yeah, whatever the fuck. We're just gonna sleep here regardless. Come on.
You just kind of see Tex hold the boot up, look at the mold, hold the boot up. That is certainly mold.
Yes, indeed, it is mold. Tex.
That one is
What
mold.
is your
That
observation?
one isn't. What is your general arrangement for the night?
Tex is a little wary, so I think they're going to set up their tent right outside the shack.
Okay.
Oh,
tent's-
well, I'll go and watch again.
You're going to wash.
Watch, not watch.
Okay, not wash. Watch. Okay. Good.
The tent should be wax canvas, so it should be fine.
Okay. Hey.
Henri will set up kind of towards the center of the shack.
Okay. Does anyone lights fires or light sources of any kind?
I have dark vision, so I'm good.
Okay.
No, after the bug incident, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, same for yeah, Chisna rolled rolled horrible, so he's doing more or less the same he did yesterday, just probably stay inside but not close to the wall as well. So, it's time for everyone. I mean, yeah, it's time for everyone except Stone to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not in the. I'm not inside of the
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I know.
All right, I'll do it then.
Exactly. Oh, okay, sorry. Who's outside?
Me.
I am.
Just you?
I think both me and Stone.
Okay, so it's
I set up my tent.
where is the Clawfoot sleeping? Inside with Henri?
Yeah, probably inside with me. Yeah. Do you want
Okay,
me
so
to
Tex,
sleep together?
it's just you. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Just me roll Constitution save.
Yep.
It's still a 19.
Okay, good. Okay. The morning you do wake. The morning you in particular wake up feeling kinda itchy on on some of the scaly portions of your skin.
Uh,
Oh
By the
God.
way, what kind of clothes are you wearing?
uh,
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say
Western trench coat.
Texas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
kind of essentially. It's all very like covering leathers.
Okay. Okay. So, what is a part of your body that is particularly scaly? Upper body, I'd say.
Definitely their shoulders.
Okay. Your right shoulder is particularly itchy.
Uh-huh. Can I like see anything that might be causing the itch?
There is a very small round hole in the leather.
That's exactly what I was worried about.
Are you going to? What are you going to do when seeing the hole and feeling the itch?
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast poison spray into my own arm. No.
You're going. I'm just like, you're going to do what now? What are you doing?
Exactly. So what? No, seriously, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, just in their tent, Tex is just gonna like, and I'm gonna get out my small knife actually.
Uh huh.
And is there like a hole in my arm as well?
Oh my God.
You
Oh.
don't know without taking the
Yeah,
jacket off.
I'm gonna take the jacket off at that point.
Okay, so with taking the jacket off, you feel kind of like the slightest, tiniest bit of resistance, and then you see sort of a scratch on your scales and realize that a green yellowy leech is stuck in